We'll start with a MUSTAD R73 size 6 streamer. This is Jack Gartside's Sparrow. We've got sheer, grey, and we'll just go back a wee ways. We'll remove that. This is a great nymph from, actually not a nymph, not a streamer, not anything in particular. Jack designed it to be a soft hackle muddler minnow, really. So what we need is a pheasant rump, and we need one of these pheasant rump marabou here, like this, and we pull this through our fingers, gather it all up so it kind of gets short and square. I'll just wind my thread. This is the original pattern I'm doing here, no changes whatsoever. I want to wrap the thread about to the just before the barb, that will do me, and then I'll go around once and just catch that in, make sure it's the right length, a bit shorter actually, and just tie that in on top of the hook shank. That's good. And then I'll lift that up and I'll go forward. This is the easiest way to do this. And we'll go to about there. We want to keep a little space at the front here for the after shaft collar. So we just attach that with a few turns, and then I could take my scissors and remove all that. This is just the easiest way to do this, and then I can go back over the whole body until we come to the tail. Excellent. Then we need a squirrel, rabbit, antron blend in a dark olive. And this should be there's no rib on the original. Put a good amount of dubbing. We want a thin taper going, starting at the tail and increasing as we go up. And I want a real buggy body on this, so I'll just catch that in. So I can just tighten this up a little bit more. There we are. I can go up. To do the whole body. Jack was a good mate. He visited me twice in Norway in the mid-90s. There's a little bit more dubbing there. And still a little more. It's important that you get the body the correct length at this stage. That's perfect, very good. Then we want to go back to the pheasant rump, and what we want is one of these pheasant rump spay hackles. Now when you choose one of these spay hackles, the hackle should be long enough to be as long as the tail or longer, never shorter. And on the back of the hackle for the collar, you find these on all game birds, is the after shaft feather, or the philo plume as the Americans call it. And we need one of these for the collar, so we'll just take that one off. Now what I like to do, which is a little different from how Jack tied it, is we need to strip these off first, then we can cut that off, And Jack used the whole hackle, but what I want to do is I want to strip off this side like that, because we don't need much hackle at all, we only need a turn. So, and we want this to go back. We just tie that in. That'll do us there. I'll just trim that off. That's just about the right length. So I'll just move my tying thread forward. And it's best to just push it around like that, and then we'll attach the hackle plier on this side. And we just want to make sure that the hackle is evenly distributed. That's more than enough. And we'll just tack that in to hold it in position, remove the hackle plier, and then we can tie that down, secure it. Fold those back, and we can go back into there. That's perfect. So what we want is an after shaft further, and it's probably best if we just strip off. You can't put a hackle plier on these because they're very, very brittle and easily break. But we'll just tie that in there. Go forward. And what we'll try and do is just wind this on, going forward as we go. Fold it all back. You want a small head. Gather all that up. There we are. I'm going to put a whip finish in there. One more. Remove that, remove our tying thread, wet our fingers, and we brush it all back. And once we let that dry, and then once it's dry, you can give it a brush. And that's the Gartside Sparrow. Great nymph, streamer, all-round subsurface pattern. If you enjoy the videos, please like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.